Chosen one, hear me now. You are not here by chance. Heaven itself has ordered your steps to collide with this very word at this exact moment. This is divine appointment, not coincidence. The Spirit of God has interrupted your scroll because the appointed hour has come, and you are standing at the edge of a supernatural wealth transfer. Chosen one, the battles you've endured, the sleepless nights, the hidden tears, none of it was wasted. Every trial was preparation, every delay was divine alignment, every closed door was heaven's redirection. Now the gates of abundance are swinging open in your favor. This is not about tomorrow. This is not about someday. It is happening now. The word declares in Habakkuk 2-3, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not delay." That vision has arrived, and it carries your name. Chosen one, lift your head. Open your heart. The treasury of heaven is stirring, and the shift is breaking into your reality. You are stepping into an inheritance prepared for you since before your birth. This is your confirmation. This is your moment. Chosen one, lean in. The midnight hour of your breakthrough has already struck. Heaven's clock has sounded, and the ground beneath your feet is trembling because destiny is moving into alignment. That restlessness in your chest, the stirring that wakes you in the middle of the night, it is not anxiety, it is anticipation. Your spirit already knows what your mind has not yet caught up to. You are standing on the edge of a divine transfer, a supernatural unveiling of wealth and authority that has your name written across it. Look closely at the signs. Doors that were bolted shut are unlocking. Conversations are opening that you never thought possible. People who forgot you even existed are suddenly remembering you. These are not random moments. They are evidence that heaven is coordinating your story like a master chessboard. The moves may look small, but they are setting you up for a decisive victory. I know this because I've walked it. There were seasons where bills stacked higher than my courage, when I lay awake wondering if prayer even mattered anymore. But then the shift came. A phone call from someone I hadn't spoken to in years. A door opened where there had always been a wall. Resources flowed from directions I never planned. That wasn't luck, it was divine alignment. And I believe with everything in me that the same pattern is unfolding for you right now. Chosen one, before I continue, I want to honor you. Your presence here is no accident. Every second you've given to this message, every prayer you've whispered in faith, even every moment you've doubted but kept listening anyway, it all carries weight in the spirit. Whether or not you've given, your very presence is a seed. You are helping spread light into the lives of those who feel isolated, those who have been told their faith was too bold or their dreams too big. If your spirit is resonating, type 777 inches, the comments as your declaration. I am ready for what heaven is releasing. Now hear me clearly. This is not one of those videos you watch and forget. This is not background noise while you scroll. This is a divine alert. What you decide to do with this moment will determine whether you spend your next years in breakthrough or in breakdown. Consider Noah. He built when the skies were still clear. People mocked him, called him crazy. Yet when the rain came, they were the ones pounding on the door. Or Joseph, who obeyed the nudge to interpret a dream in prison. That one act of faith positioned him to save nations. Their difference was not intelligence. It was obedience to a warning that looked unreasonable until the storm arrived. Chosen one, you stand at the same crossroads. For every Noah who built, thousands drowned. For every Joseph who prepared, millions starved. Not because heaven failed them, but because they ignored the word. And let me be transparent. I have ignored God's whispers before. Times when I said, maybe later. Times when I doubted the stirring in my heart. And every single time the opportunity passed, I watched someone else live what could have been mine. Regret is a heavier prison than lack. Don't let that be your story. Chosen one, the battle is raging over your inheritance. Angels are positioning your breakthrough, while darkness fights to keep it locked away. What you choose right now will echo through generations. Pause. Breathe. Let this truth take root, because what I reveal next will show you that your past struggles were never punishment. They were preparation. Chosen one, let me speak straight into your spirit. Those nights you cried yourself to sleep, the mornings you forced a smile while carrying the weight of invisible battles, none of it was wasted. You thought you were buried, but you were being planted. Seeds don't grow on the surface for everyone to admire. They grow underground, in silence, in darkness, under the crushing weight of the soil. That wasn't punishment, that was incubation. Every hidden moment was preparing you for this hour. You see, every tear-watered soil you couldn't see, every whispered prayer that felt unanswered was actually being recorded in heaven's books. Every time you rose again after life knocked you down, you were building resurrection power. Those weren't wasted years. They were warrior years. You are standing now not as someone who barely survived, but as someone who was forged in the fire, chosen to carry wealth, wisdom, and authority in this next era. Chosen one, billionaires are not built in comfort. They are refined in pressure. Diamonds don't appear on the surface. They are formed in the depths, under crushing intensity. That's exactly what God was doing in you. The opportunities that slipped away, the friends who abandoned you, the doors that slammed shut, they were not rejection, they were protection. Heaven saw what you could not. Those paths would have trapped you. Those relationships would have sabotaged you. Those golden offers were not golden tickets. They were golden handcuffs. You weren't overlooked. You were hidden for preservation. And now, every setback becomes evidence of setup. Every delay becomes proof of divine timing. Every rejection becomes redirection. The very things you thought were holding you back are the same things that positioned you for release. What the enemy meant for harm, God was weaving into preparation for this billionaire shift. I want you to feel this deeply. Your tears were a down payment. Your faith was an investment. Your perseverance was a silent contract with heaven's economy. And now, the account has matured. The vaults of heaven are opening. This isn't about paper currency. This is about vindication, validation, restoration. This is about heaven thundering into your life to declare, you were never forgotten. You were always being prepared. Chosen one, you have been taught to live under man's economy, a system built on scarcity, fear, and competition. That's why you've been told to hoard, to doubt, to believe that lack equals humility. But God's economy is different. In God's economy, when you give a loaf, you receive a bakery. When you plant a seed, you reap a forest. Abundance is not greed, it is kingdom order. And the billionaires of this world stumbled onto principles heaven designed long before their empires existed. The difference is, they use it for themselves. But you, chosen one, will use it for impact, for legacy, for generations to come. Here is the revelation. This billionaire shift is not about money alone. Money is only the vehicle. What's arriving is threefold. First, influence. Your voice carrying heaven's authority, shaping rooms, shifting atmospheres. Second, wisdom, divine strategies, ideas, and innovations downloaded straight from heaven's database. Third, impact, the ability to build schools, fund ministries, launch movements, and heal communities. This is not charity. This is kingdom strategy. Chosen One, your palace moment has arrived. The gates are open. Pharaoh's keys are waiting. But the question remains, will you step through boldly or stay behind in the prison of small thinking? Pause and reflect, because what comes next will show you why even the enemy knows you are dangerous. Chosen One, do you feel it? That trembling inside you right now is not fear. It is faith recognizing its moment. Your breakthrough is not years away. It is not months down the line. It is here, stirring, breathing, unfolding in real time. The dreams that keep resurfacing, the visions that refuse to die, the sudden boldness rising in your chest, these are the signals that the billionaire shift has already begun. But understand this, the closer you get to your palace moment, the fiercer the resistance becomes. The enemy doesn't waste resources fighting those with no future. He fights the ones carrying crowns. That's why, right when you began to lean into God's presence more deeply, the warfare intensified. The attacks grew louder, the doubts multiplied. It wasn't because you were weak, it was because you were dangerously close to stepping into destiny. Chosen One, the adversary is not afraid of your past. He is terrified of your future. He knows what heaven has decreed over you. He sees the schools you will fund, the ministries you will launch, the generations you will lift. He knows that your wealth will dismantle his kingdom of poverty, fear, and limitation. That is why he has been whispering so loudly, "You're too old. You missed your chance. It works for others, but not for you." Lies, every single one. I've heard those whispers too. I've felt the weight of maybe later and the sting of not enough. But I learned something the enemy never wanted me to know. Every lie is a clue to the truth. When he attacks your age, it's because your years qualify you. When he mocks your resources, it's because heaven is about to release more than you can contain. When he tempts you with delay, it's because acceleration is closer than ever. Chosen One, do not wait for conditions to look perfect. The word warns that those who watch the wind never sow, and those who stare at the clouds never reap. If you wait until the world applauds you, you'll miss the timing of heaven. Every day of hesitation keeps what belongs to you locked away, but every step of faith pulls it into manifestation. Think of David. When he stood before Goliath, the giant taunted him with his size, his youth, his lack of armor. The enemy attacked his confidence, hoping he would shrink back. But David carried a promise greater than his slingshot. That single act of faith didn't just kill a giant, it launched a king. Chosen One, your battle may look overwhelming, but the very fight in front of you is the doorway to your throne. And here is the truth the enemy cannot erase. They didn't fight you because you were weak. They fought you because you were chosen. Every rejection refined you. Every betrayal sharpened you. Every setback was setting the stage for a comeback that will echo through generations. Chosen One, this is the moment to silence delay. Lift your voice. Declare your identity. Proclaim, "I am chosen. I am unstoppable. I am rising." Because the battle for your billionaire shift is happening now, and your declaration is the weapon that wins it. Chosen One, hear me clearly. As heaven's vault is opening above your head and angels are arranging your breakthrough, something else is happening. The enemy has launched his final assault. He knows what is written over your life, and he is desperate to stop it. The moment God declares breakthrough, hell goes into panic mode. Why? Because they see what you cannot yet see. They know that once you step into this billionaire shift, the ripple effect will not stop with you. It will break curses, establish legacy, and fund kingdom assignments for generations. This is why distractions feel louder than ever. Your phone buzzes, notifications flood in. Suddenly everyone needs you, pulling you in a dozen directions. This is not coincidence. It is counterattack. The enemy whispers, "This is just another motivational video. Nothing changes for people like you." But beneath that lie is his real fear. Please don't believe this. Please don't rise. Please don't take what belongs to you. He trembles at the thought of you realizing your true worth. Chosen one, let me remind you, he doesn't fight empty vessels. He fights those carrying oil. You've been under siege because you've been under selection. That is why the warfare has been intense. But what the enemy meant for harm, God has already turned for good. Every arrow meant to wound you became training for war. Every storm designed to drown you built endurance in your lungs. Every rejection positioned you for a table prepared in the presence of your enemies. And here's where his plan backfires. Because when you step into this billionaire shift, you will not only carry wealth, you will carry wisdom. You will not only walk in abundance, you will walk in authority. You will not only rise, you will raise others with you. What terrifies darkness is not your bank account. It is your destiny as a distributor, a steward, a chosen vessel trusted with overflow. I have lived through this kind of testing. I have felt the arrows of doubt, the whispers of failure, the isolation that comes when others cannot see what God has placed inside you. But I also know this. Every attack became proof that I was carrying something worth stealing. And the very moment I stopped running from the fight and declared, "I am chosen," the tide shifted. Heaven's army moved. Provision poured. Breakthrough arrived. Chosen one, this is your moment to do the same. Lift your voice above the noise. Speak louder than the lies. Declare war on delay. Say it until the atmosphere bends. I am chosen. I am unstoppable. I am rising. Your voice is your weapon. Your faith is your shield. And your obedience is your victory. Do not shrink. Do not hesitate. The battle is real, but the war is already won. You are stepping into a funded life, a divine promotion, a supernatural inheritance. The enemy's greatest fear is about to become his nightmare. A chosen one who knows their worth, embraces their mantle, and refuses to settle for less than heaven decreed. Chosen one, let me uncover the greatest trick the enemy has left. It is not the arrows of persecution. It is not the sting of betrayal. It is not even the roar of opposition. His sharpest weapon is far quieter. It is delay. He whispers that you have time. He convinces you that tomorrow will look safer, that another opportunity will circle back, that waiting will somehow protect you. But delay is the silent thief of destiny. It suffocates kings before they ever sit on thrones. It binds builders before their foundations are laid. It convinces chosen ones to trade divine urgency for false security. I have watched this happen. I have stood with people who were marked by heaven for greatness, yet they paused at the very doorway of breakthrough. They told themselves they would step forward next year, or when things finally calmed down. Months passed, then years. Their inheritance was handed to someone else, not because heaven rejected them, but because hesitation kept them locked in place. And the regret they carried afterward was heavier than the struggle they had endured. Regret, chosen one, is a harsher prison than poverty. You must understand, this billionaire shift is about far more than money. It is about bloodline reversal. You are carrying a mantle not just for yourself, but for your children, for your family, for generations you may never meet. Your grandmother may have scraped by, your parents may have struggled to survive, but you are the breaker of the cycle. You are the one destined to plant trees that your descendants will eat from for centuries. What you activate in this moment is not temporary, it is eternal. Chosen one, erase the thought, I am not ready. Erase the thought, it's too late for me. Heaven declares you ready. Heaven proclaims you right on time. Destiny is never late. It arrives precisely at the hour ordained. Every tear you cried purchased wisdom. Every rejection sharpened your discernment. Every delay refined your patience. You are not behind. You are being revealed at the appointed hour. I know hesitation well. I know what it is to bargain with God, to plead for another confirmation, to ask for one more sign. But obedience is rarely convenient. Noah did not wait for a drizzle before building the ark. Joseph did not wait for freedom before interpreting Pharaoh's dream. David did not wait for armor before facing Goliath. Each acted when obedience looked foolish, when faith looked unreasonable, and heaven honored their boldness. Their willingness to move shifted nations. Chosen one, the same choice is before you now. This billionaire shift is your ark, your palace, your throne. If you retreat into hesitation, the window will close. If you step forward in faith, the floodgates will burst wide open. The vault of heaven has already been written in your name. The question is not whether heaven is ready. The question is whether you are willing. This is your confirmation. The hour is now. The gates stand open. Angels are positioned. Resources are released. Delay no longer has power. Declare it with your voice. I will not wait. I will not hesitate. I will rise. I am chosen. I am unstoppable. I am stepping into my billionaire shift now. Chosen one, lift your eyes for a moment and see the battlefield clearly. Right now, there is a war over your future. The enemy wants you bound to fear, chained to hesitation, locked in cycles of almost and not yet. But heaven has already declared the verdict. The inheritance belongs to you. The vault has your name etched upon it. The only question left is whether you will step up and claim what is already written. Do you know why the resistance has felt so fierce in this season? It is because you are closer than you have ever been. The darkness can smell breakthrough before you even see it. The moment a door is about to swing open, distractions multiply. Calls flood in, people tug on your time, thoughts of doubt echo louder than truth. This is not random, it is strategic. Hell only panics when heaven is moving. Chosen one. I know what it feels like to be pulled in every direction, to feel as though you are stretched thin and exhausted just before the blessing arrives. I've been there, right at the edge of promise, with opposition pressing so hard I almost surrendered. But here is what I learned. The weight of the attack was the proof of the value of what was coming. The greater the resistance, the greater the release. You are not being fought because you are weak. You are being fought because you are dangerous. Dangerous to poverty, dangerous to fear, dangerous to limitation. When you rise into your billionaire shift, you will not just change your own life. You will fund schools, launch ministries, empower families, transform communities. You will become an answer to prayers whispered in households you have never even entered. That is why the enemy trembles. He sees the ripple effect of your obedience. Chosen one, heaven has entrusted you with influence, wisdom, and impact. Influence that carries the weight of heaven's authority. Wisdom that solves problems governments cannot fix. impact that outlives your lifetime. This is the divine wealth transfer God is releasing. Money will flow, yes, but money is only the outer layer. The true treasure is the mantle you carry, and once you embrace it, no force of darkness can strip it away. But here is the danger. If you treat this like just another message, if you scroll past as though nothing eternal hangs in the balance, you risk forfeiting more than wealth. You risk forfeiting the authority heaven wants to place upon your shoulders. You risk watching another walk through the gates that were meant for you. Do not let distraction rob you of destiny. Chosen one, pause now. Breathe. Feel the urgency in your spirit. Heaven is leaning in. Angels are moving. The atmosphere is shifting. Declare with your own mouth, I am chosen. I am ready. I will not delay. I will walk into the fullness of my inheritance. Say it until the very walls around you echo. Say it until fear flees and doubt bows. Your voice is the key. Your declaration is the weapon. Chosen one. Your billionaire shift is here. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Chosen one, listen carefully. You are not standing in an ordinary moment. This is not business as usual. This is a divine threshold, a prophetic hour where eternity is pressing into your timeline. Every struggle you endured, every tear you shed, every lonely night you thought was wasted, none of it slipped through heaven's fingers. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be, standing at the door of a supernatural shift that will not only change your life, but ripple through your bloodline for generations. Think about the heaviness you've carried. That weight pressing on your chest was not punishment, it was evidence of pregnancy. You have been carrying vision, carrying destiny, carrying breakthrough. The unease you felt was not failure, it was transition. The doors that closed on you were not rejection, they were divine redirection. The isolation you walked through was not abandonment, it was consecration. God set you apart because the oil on your life was too costly to be contaminated by the wrong voices. And now, the veil is lifting. The season is shifting. What once seemed impossible is beginning to align. People who forgot your name are suddenly remembering you. Opportunities that once seemed unreachable are leaning toward you. Even those who mocked you are being positioned to witness your elevation. This is not coincidence, it is divine orchestration. The king has moved his piece on the board, and everything else must respond. I know the sting of silence. I know what it feels like to pray and hear nothing back, to wonder if God even sees you anymore. But I learned something in that silence. Heaven was not absent, it was arranging. The quiet seasons were the construction sites of destiny. While you thought nothing was happening, everything was being prepared behind the veil. And now, chosen one, heaven is pulling the curtain back. But hear me, this billionaire shift is not casual. It is not about applause. It is not about showing off. It is about stewardship. Can you hold wealth without letting it hold you? Can you carry influence without pride? Can you handle authority without exploitation? These are the questions heaven asks of every chosen one. And if your heart says yes, heaven releases what man cannot contain. Chosen one, do not shrink back now. Do not let fear silence the roar inside you. The enemy would love to keep you in survival, scraping by with just enough. But God is calling you into overflow, into abundance, into rivers of provision that never run dry. You are rising not only for yourself, but for every person tied to your obedience. Your yes today will become liberation for people you have not even met. So speak it. Declare it until the walls around you echo. Say it until your spirit rises and your faith catches fire. I am chosen. I am equipped. I am rising now. Your voice is not background noise. It is a weapon. Every declaration pulls the future into the present. Every word of faith summons angels to move. Every shout of truth terrifies darkness until it flees. Chosen one, your billionaire shift is here. Lift your head, plant your feet, step boldly. What is unfolding right now will not only transform your life, it will mark history forever. Chosen one, we have come to the place where the journey converges. The testing, the pruning, the hidden seasons, the silent nights, all of it was not in vain. This is not just another day in your life. This is the appointed time heaven wrote about you before you took your first breath. The shift you have been sensing is no longer approaching. It is here. The billionaire shift is no longer a prophecy you hope for. It is a reality pressing into your atmosphere, waiting for your yes. Chosen one, the enemy wants nothing more than for you to treat this lightly. He will whisper, "This is too much. This is just hype. This is not for you." But beneath those whispers is his panic. He knows that once you believe, once you act, once you step into alignment, everything he built against your family line collapses. Generational curses break, invisible chains shatter, poverty loses its grip, fear loses its voice, and destiny rises like a lion inside of you. I know what it feels like to doubt. I know what it feels like to stare at empty hands and wonder, how could I ever carry something this heavy? But I also know the power of saying yes when everything in the natural says no. I've seen doors open that were locked to everyone else. I've seen provision arrive from places I never expected. I've watched God turn silence into symphonies of favor. And that same God is moving for you right now. What logic cannot explain, covenant will establish. Chosen one, this billionaire shift is layered. Money is the outer garment, but the deeper treasures are influence, wisdom, and impact. Influence that carries the weight of heaven when you speak. Wisdom that solves problems leaders have wrestled with for years. Impact that builds schools, funds, hospitals, launches ministries, and transforms communities. You will not just have wealth, you will become wealth. A living testimony of overflow that spills into every life you touch. But here lies the urgency. You cannot treat this like another inspirational moment. This is not background noise. This is heaven's summons. This is your scroll being opened, your assignment being spoken aloud. What you do with this determines how history remembers you. If you step in, generations will eat from the fruit of your obedience. If you shrink back, generations will feel the absence of what you withheld. Chosen one, heaven is waiting for your declaration. Say it with authority. I am chosen. I am ready. I am rising now. I will not delay. I will not shrink back. Speak it until your spirit believes it. Speak it until angels move on your behalf. Speak it until darkness trembles and flees. Your voice is the key. Your faith is the currency. Your obedience is the bridge between promise and fulfillment. And hear me, this is not just about you. This is about everyone connected to your assignment. Children yet unborn will thank you. Communities you have never visited will be transformed because of you. Entire bloodlines will shift because you dared to believe. That is why the battle was so fierce. That is why the enemy fought so hard. He saw what you were carrying, and he was terrified of what would happen if you ever realized it. Chosen one, the clock has struck, the season has shifted, the billionaire shift is here. Step in boldly, claim what is yours, and never again apologize for the abundance heaven pours into your life. This is your moment. This is your mantle. This is your history-making hour. Chosen one. As we close this divine encounter, know this: you are not leaving the same way you came. Heaven has spoken over your life, and the shift has already begun. The struggle that tried to define you has no more authority. The chains that bound generations before you are breaking even now. You are standing in your Kairos moment, your divinely appointed time. Anointed one, lift your spirit with gratitude, for the treasury of heaven is already releasing in your favor. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. Influence is awakening, wisdom is being downloaded, and impact is about to flow from your life in ways that will touch thousands. You have been hidden, refined, and prepared for this very hour. Walk in it with holy confidence. Chosen one, receive this declaration. You are rising into abundance without apology, into authority without fear, into legacy without limitation. What you carry is bigger than you, and the world is waiting for the oil upon your life to overflow. Stay faithful, stay aligned. Keep your heart soft, your spirit watchful, and your eyes lifted, for the manifestation is already in motion. If this word resonated with you, seal it in the comments with one word of faith. Share this with someone who needs hope, so they too may awaken to their divine inheritance. And if your heart longs to journey deeper, subscribe and walk with this family of chosen ones who refuse to settle for less than God's best. Chosen one, your billionaire shift is here. Rise, claim it, and never doubt again. You were made for this.